Vikki and I'm with Texas Last Diet, your last diet. And today I'm gonna do something quite complicated. So grab a piece of paper and a pencil because today I'm gonna attempt making gumbo. Okay, yeah, totally, I've never done this before. Well, I think I might have done it before, but I don't really remember it, and it was probably with a whole bunch of stuff that really made me feel terrible, and I probably ate the whole thing because it was really probably good. You know, that's how gumbo goes, right? Hey guys, thanks for watching. So I'm starting out with 6 tablespoons of butter. So now those of you watching your carbs and your fat, how many servings do you get out of this pot? 1, right? Because there's 6 servings that I'm gonna make. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. I'm making 6 servings here, okay? So we're trying to watch our fat. So 6 tablespoons of butter goes into here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make our roux. Now, there was some people online that were saying, you don't have to have a roux for gumbo. Well, I've never heard of such a thing like that. Does that even count as gumbo? I don't think so. And I'm not even a gumbo fanatic, right? I don't even know that much about it. But I always know that roux, which is flour and butter, goes in gumbo. So I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm starting with our butter, and I'm turning it up a little bit, and I'm doing a cast iron skillet because if you want really good roux, you have to do it in a cast iron skillet. I mean, that's like the roux rules. Say that 3 times fast, will you? All right, and so what I'm gonna use as my flour is this most amazing product I have. It's Moxifit mushroom soup. It's really cool. It has 15 grams of protein in it. So I'm gonna wing it by using this. Now, if you are not trying to lose weight, and it doesn't really matter if you have a protein or not, which it does for all of the Moxifitters around here, and that's what I'm trying to do is make some good healthy recipes for the Moxifitters. You can use things like, I don't know, almond flour. That would be a good one, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna make it with our mushroom soup, okay? So head down to your Moxie store and get in there and the clinic will take good care of you. So I'm gonna melt the butter here. I'm gonna get it nice and what it's called, liquefied. And what do you guys put in your gumbo? Now people were talking how they put shrimp and chicken in their gumbo. I don't know, that's not a big combination for me. Some people just put shrimp, but you know what I'm putting in it? My friend Alan, well, maybe not a year ago, got me some really amazing sausage. It was so cool. He got a pig, and I actually had me go down there, and I got to pick it out, and so it was like really yummy, and I'm down to my very last bag. So I am literally sharing my sausage with you, my last bag, so you could actually see how I make this gumbo, okay? So you want to find something, if you want some sausage, you want to find some good healthy sausage like, ooh, let's turn that down a little bit, like turkey sausage or real lean pork sausage, but you got to make sure it's lean, guys, because that stuff is full of fat, okay? So there is my mushroom soup in my butter, and I'm going to turn that down. Remember, I've never done this before, so if I've never done it before, you can do it too, okay? So I'm just browning this up again. Now, what I learned by reading, because that's what I do, I study all this stuff out to make sure that I don't burn it, I can add a little bit of chicken broth, and I think I'm going to do that right now. I had a chicken, we always have chicken around at our house. Maybe this pan is a little bit too hot. What do you guys think? I'm always open for suggestions. But that's turning into a nice color, isn't it, already? I'm kind of impressed. And most people, what they say is a roux takes a long, long time. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to add some more broth in there. And I was hoping that my helper would be out here, but I don't really see her. Oh, there she is. She's staring. So we're going to stir this up, and we're going to get it a nice caramelized color is what they're looking for. And we want it because we're going to be thickening up our gumbo, right? So Lily, I just need you to stir that, make sure it doesn't burn. And I saw all these roux and they're really brown, right? Well, they have this stuff in here. It's called Worcestershire sauce. Don't use that. They have things like this Bonnet or something like that. I've never seen that before except like in my mom's cupboard. It's in a small little fancy bottle. Don't use that either. That has sugar in it. I'm going to use a tad drop of liquid smoke. I know that sounds weird, but I'm doing it. Here we go. Another drop? What do you guys think? Joanne, what do you think? What do you think?
One more.
One more.
Just
One more, yay! All right, so we're making our roux. What I'm gonna throw into my pot here is I'm gonna be putting in all my vegetables, right? So what does that consist of? Well, really, a gumbo could be anything that you like, but to be true gumbo, you know what you have to have? Come on, guys, you know what it is, right?
Sausage?
Sausage. No, okra.
Sorry.
And I couldn't find, that's okay, I didn't expect you to know. I had looked on several different stores this weekend for okra, couldn't find it, must be out of season. I really don't know how okra works. I will tell you though, I got it frozen and I let it thaw out. Ugh. It's already nasty and slimy, but whatever, it's what goes into this things, okay? So, okra, right on, Marika, thanks for watching, girl. All right, so now, I know peppers go in there, and I'm not a big fan of green peppers unless they're cooked. So, here we go. We're putting all our green peppers in there. I did about a half a green pepper, okay? And then it said green peppers on the recipes, and it really didn't make a difference of which green peppers, so I put a jalapeno in there too. If that's wrong, well, it's my gumbo, right? And I'm gonna be adding some celery. Again, I'm not a big fan of plain old celery. How's that working?
That's good. Who don't like celery?
You know what's really good about making recipes like this? I was thinking this as I was eating some green pepper and celery while I was like munching because I'm hungry. I was thinking, you know, this is the recipes that you can make and still eat while you're cooking and not be feeling guilty about it, right?
Yep.
All right, so I got all that in there. And normally I would have this on a burner, but I'm in a teeny tiny kitchen and she's making over here, making the roux and stuff like that. I think we should turn that up just a little bit. And so I'm making everything here, and then I'm gonna put the roux in the pot, and then I'm gonna brown my meat, and I'm gonna show you how to do that too, okay? This is a much longer video than I normally do, because I wanna get everything else in, okay? Now, what they said is they said, go ahead and add some diced tomatoes. So I just got plain old diced tomatoes. I looked and made sure there was no sugar in there. I'm gonna add the juice and everything because there's not a lot in there, but it did say to add some of Texas' favorite tomatoes, right? The Rotel, and it definitely said to make sure it had the green chilies in it. So I'm doing that too. Now come on, this is probably gonna be even more than 6 servings. Doesn't it look like it? Well, I will tell you I was gonna be putting it into a crock pot, but Lily and I are kind of too hungry and we have a meeting, so I'm gonna put it on the burner while we're in our meeting, and then hopefully we'll be done after that. I've got some green onions. Again, I just, you know, a handful or two. How many green onions you like. If you like a different color of onions, put them in there. Unless you are trying to lose weight, you wanna stick with the green onions, okay guys? Salt. Not a big fan adding a lot of salt, but it calls for 2 tablespoons of salt. So I'm gonna sprinkle some in, but I'm not putting 2 tablespoons of salt in there. That's just way too much for me. And we could add some later. You do whatever you want though, okay? So now I have oregano. Oh no, that's thyme, I think. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 tablespoon of oregano and thyme. Sprinkle that in there, and I'm gonna save a little bit because when I'm cooking my meat, I'm gonna put that in with my meat too. Again, I'm gonna show you all that. How's that looking over there, Lily?
Looking good.
Yeah, that does look good. Okay, and then paprika. Paprika seems to like to be the big thing in this.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be putting, again, just almost all of it, but I'm gonna save some for my meat when I start cooking that. I know this is a weird way to do it, but guys, it's the way I'm doing it, and I bet it's gonna taste fantastic. Garlic powder, not salt. I don't think you could go wrong with too much, so it said 1 tablespoon. I'm putting 2. All right. Oh, and maybe I should have saved some for my meat, but we'll forget about that. All right, I got garlic, because it asked for fresh garlic too. I'm already liking this, man. So hey, if you want a plate, you know where I'm located at. There is gonna be tons down here. It's probably gonna be ready in an hour. So get your booty down here. Look who's on here, Lily.
Who is it?
Your friend.
Hey, your mom.
Come on down, man. We got bowls, we got spoons. We're gonna have more than 6 servings. So, except me and Lily, we eat a lot.
Yep.
Usually, a lot of times I go home and have just a little bit of stuff for dinner, man, because I'm so full from lunch. And really, guys, that's the way that you're supposed to eat. I know that we've been raised, you know, where you eat like a small breakfast, bigger, but we're supposed to be eating like this: big breakfast, medium lunch, and a little tiny dinner. It's better for our heart that way. Now, it said that I was supposed to have onion powder. I didn't have that, but you know what I had? And I don't remember buying this, but I think I remember using it, so I must have got it somewhere. Cajun spice. I love this brand here. It's called the organic brand. So I got some Cajun spice in here. That sounds delicious, or smells delicious, doesn't it? So I'm gonna put some of that. Now that has chili powder in there. I'm gonna save some of that for the meat. And I'm gonna set this aside over here. And I'm gonna flavor my meat with all the other spices. And Lily, we're gonna take that pan there. And we're gonna throw all this meat in there without the roux, because I'm gonna put that over the top over here.
It's hot enough?
I don't think it's really gonna matter.
Okay.
All right, guys, turn that up a little bit more. I know you guys can't see that, but I'm scraping that in the pot with the vegetables, and we're gonna get that cooked, get the meat cooking. Shabam! All right, Lily, I'll let you do that. And I think that's it. That's my take on gumbo. We're gonna see how it goes. And I will tell you, I post everything down below, so make sure that you look at the post. I want to finish this up real quick for you, though. I've got one more thing, one more step.
You Paul, come over.
Are you close? Lily says that you're close, so you can do it. So I got all my stuff in the pot right here. Again, you guys, you can make this in a crock pot, throw it in and plug it in, and be done in a couple hours, right? So I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. These are wonderful for getting your broth all milled together. Am I saying that right? And I'm gonna pour this right on top. This is my chicken broth that I was kind of adding into the roux when I get my meat done. Come on, guys. Seriously, doesn't that smell delicious, Lily?
Yes.
Super excited. The roux in there. We're gonna let that simmer while we're in our meeting with Moxifit. I'm gonna add the rest of the paprika. Remember, sometimes you just have to wing it. Right? That's the best way to cook. And when you wing it, your body's gonna love you. Because as you notice, guys, every single thing I put in this pan is healthy for you. Every single thing. I just made gumbo, all right? So gonna add the meat. This is gonna be a full pot. I've got plates. If you guys wanna come over and join me for some gumbo, about hour and a half, it should be ready. Marika? I hope I see you, girl. Come on. You've eaten some of my food before. Get over here. If you can't, look below. You'll be looking at the dishes, and then you'll be inspired to make it. Like I said, I know this is a long video, but it will be worth it. Share it. Post it. My name's Vikki with Texas Last Diet, and now I have a podcast. So if you guys want to listen to that, I posted it somewhere on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and all those places.
Instagram, everything.
You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.